We're back. Hello, Schneider Nighters. Welcome back. This is Season 2, and this week we'll be doing Book Review Week, where each of us, Schneider Knights, will review a different book. So, today, I'm starting off with Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I'll do a quick read of the summary for you, inside the book jacket. When 16-year-old Tessa Gray crosses the ocean to find her brother, her destination is England, and the time is the reign of Queen Victoria, and something terrifying is waiting for her in London's downworld, where vampires, warlocks, and other supernatural folk stalk gaslit streets. Only the shadow hunters, warriors dedicated to ridding the world of demons, keep order amidst the chaos. Now there's more to the summary, but for the sake of time and interest, I'm not going to read it. Well, this is going to be a spoiler-free review, so if you haven't read Clockwork Angel yet, you can listen to my review and still enjoy it, and then when you do read it, come back and tell me what you think. So, a spoiler-free review of Clockwork Angel. If you've read the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare, you will see definite pathways between the two, definite bridges. Besides just ancestors of characters, which are going to come across, there are also many similarities in the plotting, the style, and the way the book is written. Of course, it's by the same author, there's going to be similarities. But with the plot, you do notice a few things. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. Just because Clockwork Angel is a lot like City of Bones, doesn't mean they're both bad. It does not mean they're repetitive. There is a lot different between the two books. However, my main points of the review of Clockwork Angel. In case you can't tell, I usually read, not so much fantasy, but some contemporary YA, some paranormal YA. But I haven't really read anything steampunky recently, of course, besides Night at the Academy. So Clockwork Angel is definitely a steampunk novel. Now, it's obvious from the start that Clockwork Angel is a steampunk novel, just from looking at the cover. You can see cogs and metallic watch-like pieces in the background of the cover, as well as the main subject, the Clockwork Angel. This is a key aspect of the book, and will be further elaborated on in the Infernal Devices series, as this is the first novel of the Infernal Devices, just as City of Bones was the first novel in the Mortal Instruments. The plot, although has similarities to City of Bones, I won't say anything about it. The main characters are both girls, but that's not really meaning anything. However, in their personalities, I definitely could tell similarities of Clary from City of Bones and Tessa from Clockwork Angel, just through their mannerisms, how they act, how they speak, how they choose their romances, and things of that nature. Not that this is a bad thing, but I wouldn't read this and then immediately read this. Pick one, read a few more books, then pick this one. Having read both, I did enjoy Clockwork Angel more. I felt like there was more to the substance of the story. This isn't a compare video to City of Bones, but I will say I felt that Clockwork Angel was much more powerful than City of Bones. Since this does take place in the 1800s in London, there are some nuances that we will see coming to play in this book that we wouldn't see in something, like Linger or something set in modern-day America. However, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because you do learn a lot about Victorian London, and they're running throughout the entire city of London, and the people that Tessa runs into are, I'm not going to say classically British, but there certainly is a British aspect to them that you wouldn't see in something like City of Bones. Although the plot is still about shadow hunters and Idris and the workings and world of them, but it follows the path that's much more close-knit to Tessa. As her powers, she discovers powers of her own. That's not a spoiler, it's right inside the book jacket, I just didn't read it. She discovers powers of her own, and it leads to much dismay for those around her. And it's a very interesting book because there's so much self-corruption and so much self-trial, as well as being brought out to, fighting and war and things that are broader topics of the book. You get to see struggle hand in hand between a personal level and a world level. So it's very interesting to read. It's a great read. It's about 500 pages, so if you're reading it, you're not going to finish it in one night, I guess. For some of those faster readers, you could. It took me about 2 or 3 days. reading over the weekend, then a few days during the school week. It's a great novel. I definitely suggest it. You have to be very open-minded if you read if you read a lot of contemporary YA. I'm not going to say this isn't for you, but it's very different, considering it's neither contemporary nor straightforward. It's fantasy, and it's has tones of science fiction, and it's set in 1800 London. It's not a historical novel, but it's definitely something to look at. So I recommend this to you completely. I absolutely loved it. So far I've liked this series more than the City of Mortal Instruments series. Granted, I've only read City of Bones. I've been meaning to read City of Ashes, but never got around to it. Cassandra Clare is a completely brilliant author. I love her writing style. It's very straightforward, yet very enchanting and mystical, and it goes great with this tone of the novel. So, I absolutely recommend this to you, and Kaylee, I will see you tomorrow. You like my penguin? He supports the Hunger Games franchise.